have start stockpiling and rapid antigen tests will be effective. Whatever variants can be managed at home as long as we are empowered to have the rapid antigen test. That's number one. Number two, we need to have the mask, medical grade, or those that can protect us, high quality ones. And then number three, yung mga over-the-counter drugs like analgesic, antipyretic, yung mga vitamins dati, nagkawalaan yan. So I think dapat ma-alert ng Department of Health, yung mga pharmacies, that they should have that in place. I think we should go back right now to the vaccination and then prioritize yung mga dapat bakunahan, A1, A2, A3, and then get the boosters right there to the ones that will need it.
What advice can you give people to not be complacent and just continue on that health sense that they currently have?
There's a false sense of security that the pandemic is over, and that's because they see that the cases are low, there's no longer a threat, DOH is no longer reporting large numbers. So for most people, they think it's over, but the truth is it's not. I mean, we're at the low point, yes, but it's not necessarily over. I mean, yes, we have vaccinations, but not everyone is vaccinated. I mean, our vaccine coverage for the country is only around 60%. And the low booster coverage. We can't wait for these variants to enter the country and start surging before we act. We have to be proactive. And then we might be able to prevent a surge, or at least control the surge in cases if we're proactive, if we're following health protocols, if we're getting ourselves vaccinated and getting ourselves boosters.
BA.4 and BA.5 around the corner. Do we already know what some of the standout symptoms of them are, like what you mentioned earlier for the BA.2?
They will present with sore throat, fever, cough, muscle fatigue, and general body pains. It's a typical respiratory tract infection. And the predominant symptom is usually a sore throat, a raspy sore throat, and it will spare the lungs. That is the classic presentation. And it would not actually affect the lungs, just like the Delta. So, ang suspicion natin, basta meron kayong flu-like manifestation at may sore throat, then testing na kaagad kayo for rapid antigen test. Iisa lang naman kasi ang description niyan so Omicron. Be careful guys kasi magtatag-ulad yung July. Kung mag-expire ang vaccine natin by July, by just projection, kasi seasonal kasi as a doctor, nakikita ko sa clinic, seasonality. Yung July hanggang October, dyan yung mga upper respiratory tract infections. Nandyan din ang dengue fever, andin dyan mga pneumonia. So aside from that, prepare yourself with the flu shots then and the pneumonia shots.
And before we go, Dr. Guido, do you have any advice for our viewers?
In 2 years, alam ko pagod na yung mga tao sa pandemic, and nakikita naman natin yon. And our economy is also important. So we have opened up our businesses, all the business sectors, so that our economy can grow. The pandemic is not yet over. We're not yet at endemic levels. Even though the cases are low, cases are still high in other countries. There's still a surge in Taiwan. South Africa is surging again. The US is up to 100,000 cases per day again. So always be vigilant and proactive. We can't wait for these new variants or sub-variants or recombinants to enter the country. We must be prepared. We can go out, but let's wear our face masks. Let's practice the minimum public health standards. And let's all stay safe.
And Dr. Tony, any advice?
Every Filipino citizen should be empowered, should be engaged, and should be educated. So let's shrink the problem, paliitin natin ang problema. At the family level, we should be prepared. At the workplace level, we should be prepared. But let us not forget that the surge is still there, the variants are coming, and therefore we need to prepare ourselves.
With that, thank you very much, Dr. Guido David and Dr. Tony Liachon, for being with us and keeping us up to date with the latest on Omicron and all its subvariants. Remember, always wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and get vaccinated and boosted. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez, and thank you for watching Medtalk Health Talk. We'll see you again next time.